Hi, room one. Happy Friday. I would like you guys to go to your Go Math packets, the ones I sent home. We are done with numbers 1 through 10, so we're going to go back and use this kind of a review. And the Go Math does a lot of stuff that the worksheets don't do. Okay, they really focus on all the different ways to make the numbers, and there's a little algebra in there. There's all sorts of stuff. So I don't want to not do this. The number packets are fine. They're great for introducing the numbers, so the kids know the names, and there's lots of counting. But the Go Math is actually better for our Common Core standards, getting the kids to problem solve. Okay, so you're looking for chapter 3 on the front. It says represent, count, and write numbers 6 to 9. Those are the ones that we've just spent the last few weeks on, okay? This is the California Go Math. This is our district approved curriculum. Now what I do, aren't those cute little sheep on there? Okay, what I'm gonna do is, you've got the index, and then they give you kind of some things to look at. Parents, you are welcome to do this with your child, okay? Go through this and read it, and there's a little review in there. It talks about vocabulary. Okay, here's the vocabulary. If you want to cut those words apart, you can. Now, what they are is words we've already gone over. 8, 5, 9, 7, 6. It even has Spanish on there. Ocho, cinco, nuevo, siete, siete. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 días. Okay, fewer, more. Okay, the same number, equal. Okay, so you guys can go ahead. This is a little game you can play. Okay, but I'm just going to pull all those out. So the very first few pages, and I'll show you where we're going to end up. Now I'm just going to throw mine away, but again, you are welcome to do those. Okay, in the classroom, we just don't have time to do all those. That would take me 3 days to do before we even get to this. Okay, we're going to start here. Model and count 6. We start with an essential question. How can you show and count 6 objects? It says place a counter on each ticket. This is a ticket, maybe to the movies or maybe to a circus. So it says to place a counter. So make sure you have your counters out. If you don't have your counters, cubes would work good too, right? And let me pull this up a little bit and tilt it down. There you go. And I'll tilt this like this. Okay, I'm going to put one counter. It doesn't matter what color. I'll do yellow since the tickets are yellow. Place one counter on each ticket in the set as you count them. Now move the counters to the 10 frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then when you're done with the top row, 6. Now it says to move those away and draw them. Okay, now we always like to fill up the top row first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I know I've seen you guys do your pages, and sometimes people put 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom, and that's good. We just want the kids to get used to knowing that once that top row is full, they automatically know it's 5 and they don't have to count them. And that 5 and 1 more is 6. Now if we were using it for addition, we could do 3 plus 3 or 4 plus 2. 4 plus 2, but right now I want you to do it like that. And then you can go back in and color them if you want to later. Now I'm tearing my pages out because I think they're easier to work with. Now this is super easy. It just says place a counter on each car. Okay, so here's cars in a parking lot. They're at the county fair. They're in line at the parking lot, and they're going to drive into the county fair, and there's these little spots for them to park. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It says drive the cars into the parking lot. So this is going to go here. This one's going to drive into this spot, this, and then we have room down. Isn't that what they do? They usually make you fill up the whole row before they start a new row, right? And then we put one down here. So we count them, move the counters to the parking lot, draw the counters, say the number as you trace it. So I know a lot of this is review. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, trace the number 6. But what you're going to find is that it's review, but it's good practice. Sorry about that. I was thinking about something else. All right, now I'm going to take the 6 counters that I just did and put them in a little cup. You guys, you can find a little cup, or you can put them in your hand. And we're going to come up with all these ways to make 6. Now, we've been doing this a lot, but we only really had one page where we did it. And most of the time, you only had to come up with one way. Now you have to come up with 1, 2, 3, 4 ways. And you know what? There's actually more than that, right? There's more than that, so they're not making you do them all. Okay, I'm going to shake my cup. Okay, now when you put them into your 10 frame, I want you to start with red. Okay, start with red, because when you come down here, now I'm going to put those, oops, I had one too many, that's all right. So the first way I came up with was 1 red, and the kids don't have to color that because it's already there. 1 red and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yellow. Okay, so I'm going to fill in those numbers. Now put them back in your cup and shake again. Now the tricky part, parents, is that sometimes they get the same thing. And then, oh, I did. Look at that. I got the same thing. So either put them all back in your cup, or, you know, you can manipulate them a little bit to make sure you get something different. Whoa, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boy. Yeah, they were all red, weren't they? I ended up with 6 red and 0 yellow. Now yours will probably not look like mine. Please don't just, you know, copy mine. If yours comes out exactly like mine, I'm going to probably know that you just looked at this and you didn't shake your own cup, right? Okay, I'm going to roll them again. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that. They came out all red again. So it might take a minute to come up with 4 different ways. You know what? I'm going to manipulate mine. What I mean by that, I'm just going to turn another one over. Okay, I'm going to pretend that I got that because I don't want it to take too much time. This time I got 2 reds and 1, 2, 3, 4 yellows, but we know it's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 2 plus 4. They're using the word and instead of the word plus. Okay, one more way. Let's see if we can come up with one more way. Ooh, I like this way. I ended up with 4 reds and 2 yellows. Now, you might think that this is the same, but look, it's opposite. The last time I had 2 reds and 4 yellows. This time I had 4 reds and 2 yellows. Maybe you'll shake them and maybe they'll all come out yellow. That'd be 0 red and 6 yellow. Maybe you'll have 3 red and 3 yellow. Okay, and then the directions don't tell you to do this, but why don't you go ahead and draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then color one of your ways. I don't care which way. I could do all red. I could do 2 red and 4 yellow. I could do 4 red and 2 yellow. So see, parents, these pages are a little more complicated than the other ones we did, and they're really, really good practice. Okay, now on the back of this one, there's a story problem. So parents, you might have to read this. 6 people each bought a bucket of popcorn. Count the buckets of popcorn in each set. Circle all the sets that show 6 buckets. So there's different ways to arrange 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could count that. 2, 4, 6. It's 6. We've got 3 rows of 2. Is this 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I kind of knew that wasn't going to be 6 before I counted it because it looks like the dots on a dice, right? Okay, 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom, 1 in the middle. Okay, let's try these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this one's like a pyramid. 1, 2, 3. If we kept going, we would just keep getting bigger. Ooh, it looks like a triangle. I love it. Okay, now down at the bottom, there's a story problem. Well, actually, it's not. It just says, draw to show a set of 6 objects. Tell about your objects. So you just have to draw whatever 6 you want. I know it's getting close to Thanksgiving, but I don't think I want to do turkeys. That might take too long. I'm just going to do happy faces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, and when it says tell about what you drew, I drew 6 happy faces, but I also want to put the number 6, and I'm also going to write X. Okay. Now, if you end up saving those flashcards that that I just showed you, then you would have that, or you could sound it out, 6. Okay, and that is it. So parents, because this is actually 4 pages, I don't need to see all 4. You could just take a picture. You could take a picture of these 2 if you want, side by side. You could take a picture of these 2 if you want, side by side, or these 2. Okay, as long as I see the 2 pages, I'm going to know that you did the correct pages today, okay? And that's it. Have fun doing your Go Math.